Alright, here we go. We back now. We went to the local supply store. Already got a jump on everything. Now I'm back. Just posted what I had to do with this sub pump. Now we just gonna go over some of the things that I went and got at the local supply store. And it's just basically an all-purpose cement and a primer and some 90s, some couplers. They all 1.5 inches, right? All right. And we got previously we had these cutters to cut the pipe with. If your supply store don't come, a wire plumbing kit to cut pipe it works fine. You just put it around the pipe and then you pull it with a string and it works out pretty good. So what we're doing now is we're gonna dry fit everything to be cut. So we already got that pipe that we got down from the Home Depot down there, dry fitted. Take some of that Charlotte pipe, you know what I'm saying? Good mold, made in America. 42100 Old Charlotte Highway, P.O. Box. You know what I'm saying? This is where this stuff come from, but it end up in a local supply store from off a train, bus, whatever they want to do to get us to it. So basically I put that down there, dry fitted that with a 45. Now I'm gonna go over to there and up here with a 90 on that end down there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put a 90 down here. We're gonna get a 90. Right down there, right? Put that 90 on there like that, right? This is all dry fit. So we don't really want to put nothing in this pipe that's gluing it, because what we're doing right now, we're just making a dry run, you know. Let's see if we make that to that. Right there, that goes up. You should be good with that in reference to that pipe. We also got a boot from the store. Just place that onto the pipe because they don't sell PVC in my area. This reducer from 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. So that's what we doing. We already got 1.5 inches from the previous video where the 1.5 inches is going to the street right out yonder. Okay, so we already got that established right here. So now what we got to do is we got to line that up. We're going to put some degrees on there. Right now we're just going to go stick this here. Down in there like that. Okay. And then we're gonna come with our 45. It's gonna go right into there. See what I'm saying? We're gonna take that 45, stick a little pipe in there, cut us off a little pipe off of this pipe, so we could put inside it as an adapter, so we could put the 45 or the 90 onto this pipe. See what I'm saying? What we're gonna do is, so it's a void in between there, right? So we gotta cut a little bit off this Charlotte pipe, just a little bit. Take our cutters, justify how much we gonna need. Stick that in there. That goes in there real good. Taking dry fit this piece to there. See what I'm saying? Dry fit that. Turn that in a little bit. Turn that a little bit like that. Dry fit that one. Set. With these, you just keep pushing this down tight till it move in the next groove. You ain't got to be banging around with the Zawzaw. It's real cool, real smooth. Sometimes you gotta twist it. Like twist the pipe. Like I said, it just takes a little patience with these new generation's tools, but it seems to work out pretty good. And what I like to do is stick it down in there, make sure it's all the way in, you know. Make sure that's all the way in there. Okay. Make sure that's in there. Kind of good. Okay? And line that back up right there. So now we got that like that, right? So we left a little room to cut off. I always like to leave a little, because I'm not a professional. I don't do this on a daily basis, but I just use my brain to do it. But now that we got that, now we just fit that, now we could cut that angle off right there. We want it as good and tight as possible. Everything below the grade of the irrigation system. Right. Now I like to just put that 90 over there like that. So basically that give me a rough draft of what I need. What I need to do. I could cut that pipe right there. I could manually see how much I gotta take off. Now mind you, that difference in there is like 1/4 of an inch. So you gotta add like 1/4 of an inch more to your measurement. So if you cut that 1/4 of an inch off, you're gonna throw your measurements off. So always be wary of that. So I'm gonna cut it off right behind that 1/4 of an inch gap from that pipe. But I already remember where I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna use this to justify it. It just flings right back open like that, right? Now I'm gonna take that, line that up where we had physically remember our point in our brain. Will, you know what I'm saying? Bam. Plumbing is almost physically remembering where things were. Okay? Just like you did before with the little cutters. Keep clamping them down. That's all you got to do. It's gonna do the work for itself. But mine is a little old, so that's the only thing for Linux that they did was this. Over time, it sticks. But all you got to do is push your finger up in there. Push that all the way down. It works, you know. A guy would have said, I would have been through there with his Sawzall by now. Well, I'm outside. And I conserving a little energy. Taking a little hand crank. All right. Now we got that cut, right? Put that, dry fit that on there like that, right? Dry fit that on there. Put that back into the proper place. Now, take the previous pipe. Now, line that up. Now line that up. Remember where you were. You know what I'm saying? You remember where that is. And dry fitted that, right? Remember game now. But I like to take my thumb, put it right where it is. So the top of my thumb will be where I cut. See what I'm saying? I remembered it by the top of my thumb. I want to switch hands, just take the same principle. Keep your hands right there. Use that, click that like that. Use this guide around there. Now I get that flat all the way around. Okay? Then I click it down. That now rough fitted, rough fitted again. Okay, now that we dry fitted that, we know all that's connected into that. Now we're just gonna step farther down the road here. We're gonna get this part now. We got that part good. Now remember, this is all dry fit. There is nothing in here with no glue. Still got the glue back in the Charlie box. So what I do is, I go and get me another piece like I did, right? We want to cut that a little bit better.
See how that's a little rickety? Want to get rid of that. Square it up. All right, there's that. It's a little bit better. Get us out some of that stuff. See where we're gonna go with this. Got these here fittings. Slide it on there. Slide it on there. Nah, those are 45s, right? But I like to just play with them a little bit. Put one on one and another on the other one. Instead of a 90-degree angle, it gives you a more of a, maybe you could go from 90 degrees to 45 degrees, but you could go in between that by putting those couplers together. Seeing where you need the pipe to go, I like to put a coupler on there so that end would be squared. I know where to square it off at, what to square off. By adding that coupler onto that 45 reduced end, so it could go smooth in there and the pipe would go smooth in there also. So remember, you got a 1/2 inch from right there. So I'm gonna add an extra 1/2 inch from that 7 right there. You see that 7? So on your end, it's a 7. On my end, it's a 7. So I'll move that out of the way and add a 1/2 inch to that 7. A quarter of an inch rather. My bad. Quarter of an inch. That way I know where to cut it off at. I know to cut it off at a quarter of an inch. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Well, I got the ice cream in the car.
Oh man, I gotta finish this.
Oh, well, I'm about to leave you.
Okay, that's cool.
This will be the 3rd time you missed this girl's party. The 3rd time. You missed all 3 parties.
What you want me to do? Just stop this and come back and do it?
When you gonna be able to do that?
When after we done with the birthday party. Let's gonna have to stop it.